Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Sam and I'm thrilled to be here today with Sony Mobile at IFA 2018. I'm joined by Yosuke Sumeya and Charlotte Franzen from the product planning and design team at Sony Mobile. Yosuke, could you please tell us a bit more about your role at Sony?
Right, I'm a senior manager of the product planning in charge of this XZ3.
Thank you. And Charlotte?
Yes, I'm a senior designer and I work with the product design team, and my special interest is color material design.
Brilliant. So could you please tell us a little bit more about some of your favorite features on the new device?
It's hard to really say one or two, but my favorite functions or upgrades to the previous one is the fact that it sports 6-inch HDR OLED display, so that you spend a lot of time watching contents or social every day. This guarantees the best quality in any smartphone.
Perfect. Let's get into some questions then. So why would you say that someone should buy Xperia XZ3 over Xperia XZ2 or XZ2 Premium?
Good question. There are products XZ2 and we're introducing this new model. There are a lot of similarity or common functions such as 4K HDR recording or HDR display itself, or even 960 FPS slow motion in Full HD. So there are a lot of good functions in common, but what's special about this is the upgrades of the device, the display from LCD to OLED. By having an OLED display, there's a higher contrast and more color available on the device, so that for those who are after display quality, I would say this is the device to go to.
Perfect. AI is something that everybody's talking about at the moment, but how would you say that that would help me as a user specifically?
From the user perspective, I would say the AI is there to really make your everyday easier, or the function is more easy to use, because all it does is basically it understands your habit and help optimizes a lot of settings. We have had AI-based functions from a long time ago, actually almost 10 years ago, when we had a CyberShot phone, and there's a function named Smile Shutter. So when you're holding your camera or a device, and then pointing at you, when you smile, it automatically captures a snapshot of your smile. So such function was there. And this time around we are introducing some other new AI-related functions as well.
Amazing. So one of the other AI functions is also Smart Launch. Could you tell us a bit about how that works?
Right. The Smart Launch is basically when you are about to shoot, all you do is basically you take the device out of the pocket and hold it right in front of you, and it automatically understands your hand gesture, and without you doing anything, it goes to standby. All you have to do is to press the button or the screen so that it captures it. So you don't have to really operate it.
Perfect,
Yeah.
That's so clever. So my personal favorite AI feature is probably the side sense.
Right.
Would you be able to tell me though exactly how that works?
Right, the side sense is basically, as it says, side of the display senses your finger movement. And basically what it does is that just by double tapping on the side, it will automatically launch the application that you are about to use. How we do it, basically it understands your everyday usage and the combination application. For example, you tend to use YouTube on your commute right after such function, and then it will list it on the top. So that all you have to do is double tap, and there's up to 8 applications that's automatically suggested for you based on the learning. All you have to do is just tap and it will open it for you. So you don't have to go through multiple applications.
Great.
Yeah.
So what impact does that have on battery life?
You don't have to worry about a battery life.
Great.
Yeah.
So Xperia XZ2 had a 18:9 screen, as does Xperia XZ3. So what are the benefits of that size screen?
Right. The aspect ratio of 18:9 actually gives more view, more information. So imagine you are browsing the news article. You will be able to see more lines of articles to choose from, so that gives more information. Or if you're browsing your friend's post, sometimes you end up seeing the important photo but chopped off, but having 18:9 covers more information at once.
Great. So as well as the big screen, this is also the first ever OLED screen.
Correct, yes.
So why have you decided to add this now?
Yeah, actually we have always had the very leading technology in display, such as HDR and also the 4K quality display from past models. And it's all about quality, but this time around we wanted to make sure that through the OLED device itself, together with the technology from our TV team, which is Bravia branded TV, we want to make sure that your viewing experience is even better than any other phone in the market. So that color, clarity, and contrast, everything that you name about the quality of the display, it's all there for you.
Great.
Yeah.
So XZ3 has clearly undergone quite a transformation, an evolution of design. There have been some great changes. Can you talk us through what they are?
Yes, of course. As you say, it's been an evolution of the design. So we have already introduced the design language, which helps us to actually work with it and perfect the details. And I think it will be very easy to understand as long as you take it in your hand. You will feel the great upgrade. It's basically a few things. It's a lot slimmer than before. Whereas also it's a bit lighter, and it's much stronger and durable, and I would say more beautiful as well. Basically what happened is that we could shrink the glass because of the new OLED display technology, but we can still bend it as nice as we have done before, which makes it look very sleek and very comfortable in your hand. At the same time, the new aluminum material we are using can also make the frame a bit more slim, but it's more sturdy than before, more durable. So that's a few things that kind of, get the overall impression.
Great, and what colours are the phones available in?
Well, it's coming in 4 different colors. There is 2 more neutral colors, this silver white and a pure black. And then we have 2 more trend colors that really stands out. The one you're holding, the Bordeaux red, and a forest green. So I would say that we have a very good selection for the kind of personality you are, how much you want to express. And we worked really hard with the decoration and the depth in the reflection. So for instance, it is milky white. We have like many layers in the decoration, and it kind of encapsulates the light and gives this more magical reflection.
Awesome, and which is your personal favourite colour?
Well, maybe you could guess then that it's this one, since I'm holding this, but yeah.
Okay, and then staying with the design, so why do you still have top and bottom bezels as opposed to the popular notch design?
Right. We see a lot of trends happening out there in the market, and what we want to make sure is that this is the phone, the communication device to begin with. So we want to make sure that your reception and antenna performance is great, because you need to be always online and connected. This is the whole purpose of having a phone to begin with, right? So that we keep the balance of the screen to body ratio, or the actual screen, and also keep the balance between the ratio versus the actual reception quality. So this is, we believe, the optimal balance between those two right now. And also you mentioned about the notch. So as I said, this is the gorgeous display with the HDR OLED screen. We want to make sure that you can focus watching. So there's nothing that disperses or that covers up the part of the content you're viewing. That's why.
Great. So the Xperia XZ2 Premium launched with a dual lens. Why was this not integrated into XZ3?
Good question. So we have launched this XZ2 Premium with the super high sensitivity in the stills or the video. And if you're talking about the videos, actually, it goes as high as ISO 12800, which is incredible high, just like a professional camera. So you can almost shoot in a super complete dark situation if there's a little bit light. So that's been an extreme case of the camera positioning. So I think this time we want to make sure this is more positioned as our more regular consumers within the reach, and make sure that this single camera, backed up by our digital imaging technology, we make cameras like alpha interchangeable lens cameras, and also our CyberShot and Handycam. Those technology that we have inside here will guarantee that for everybody's life and daily life situation, this is the camera that covers any need.
Excellent. Okay, so let's talk audio. What changes have been made in this area?
Right. So from the MWC timing, when we launched XZ2, we mentioned that we wanted to position this Xperia branded phone as our center of the entertainment consumption, right? So we did a lot of upgrades. One particular one is this has the stereo speaker, carefully tuned, and it's front facing as well. So they have better sense of direction of the audio. And also now it's 20% more powerful, which is louder than the previous model. So that with the quality of the screen and OLED and HDR and the powerful 20% louder speaker, together with the some haptics, which is the dynamic vibration system. You are actually in the contents. You feel the vibration from the fingertips. Yeah.
Awesome, okay. Still no audio jack though, why is that?
Yeah, so we're looking at the trend of how people are listening to music globally, and we see the great trend that you probably see on the way here on the trains or the bus. People are using more and more wireless headset, like completely separate ear headset, headphone, for example. So because of that, we decided to remove the 3.5 mm audio jack, but instead backing up the sort of a good quality sound from the technology perspective, such as LDAC, that keep the Bluetooth listening quality as high as possible. So we're seeing a trend and then support the wireless listening to make sure that you have the best sound quality guaranteed.
Wow, perfect.
Yeah.
So we're moving on to the dynamic vibration system.
Right.
We know this is something that's unique to Xperia. What kind of content does this work best with?
Right, so this is basically for any file or content with audio file embedded. So if you're streaming the video through some YouTube, let's say, and then as long as that has a sound, when you watch it, there is an explosion, for example, it vibrates together with the good quality stereo sound. So you really, immerse yourself to content through those things. And also the dynamic vibration system plays a very important role when you're playing a game as well. So imagine you download some apps and you're playing with the, let's say, gun, right? When you shoot, you feel that every shot through your fingertips as well. So it's important that when we make the phone, it speaks to your senses, captivate your senses through the eye as well as the ears, and also you feel that. Together, I think we can enhance your experience.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay, so with regards to operating systems, what will XZ3 launch on?
Yeah, so we'll be among the first manufacturer to launch the device running on Android 9.0 Pie, and it's actually together with the Snapdragon 845. It's very, very powerful and fast as well.
Will XZ3 operate with Google Assistant?
Yes, it will be shipped together with the Google Assistant function embedded, and we have had it from XZ2 actually, and just by a matter of double tapping the power button physically, it will launch the assistant for you. So via voice command, you can have a list of available functions and you can tell it to start recording the 4K HDR, for example. So it's very, very handy assistant.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, and thank you both for joining us. Thank you so much for watching, and please do head over to sonymobile.com for more updates.